Merry Little Batman, the brand new film coming from DC, and is also an Amazon exclusive, mainly because that this was originally meant to go on HBO. This is meant to be a HBO Max exclusive film, but the reason that is, Starkey that is now, Warner Brothers is owned by Starkey, which normally you think would be the other way around, but, Starkey owns Warner Brothers. When they looked at HBO Max, they're like, HBO is kind of known for being very mature, like having mature content. It's kind of weird to see Sopranos and Game of Thrones and Sex and the City and Succession and The Last of Us and all these great hits of great television that is HBO that's like so violent and adult next to, I don't know, Sesame Street, next to Teen Titans Go, next to the Looney Tunes, next to insert your movie, right? Insert family content, right? So they're like, okay, there's a bit of a identity crisis. We need to form the identity of HBO by changing HBO Max. HBO Max just to Max. But by doing that, we are going to ship and sell a good chunk of projects that were going to come out, and that is a lot of the animated stuff. That includes a number of the DC animated stuff. One, My Adventures of Superman, which I only seen one episode of, but My Adventures of Superman, that was originally meant to go for HBO Max, but it's now on Adult Swim. I think it's on Binge over here in Australia, I believe. And Amazon got two Batman stuff. They got this, Merry Little Batman, but also they got a more darker, mature Batman show called The Cape Crusade, which I'm really looking forward to actually watching. And when they announced the Superman and the Batman one simultaneously, and naturally as a Batman guy, I'm like, darker green Batman that looks like, yes, I want him. I want to watch that one. Why? I want to watch that right now. But anyway, so how is Merry Little Batman? It is clearly aimed for a young audience. The art style itself was the first thing I went a little bit like, this is a bit weird. This is a bit odd. Why are the characters looking a bit weird and strange? And like, why does Alfred look like he's in his 80s? Because he's meant to look like he's in his 80s. The idea is that, the Batman that we all know, you see older versions of the villains, like Poison Ivy, but Poison Ivy looks like an old lady with grey hair, not red hair, is because these are the older versions of these characters, because Batman's a son. Bruce Wayne is a father now. And he's a very detective father. He wants Damian to have the childhood that he never gotten. But the thing is, Damian wants to be Robin. Or he doesn't want to be Robin, he wants to be Batman. He wants to be the replacement, which is a very typical Damian thing to do. He's like, with the Bat family normally, he's like, Nightwing, Jason, you're not going to get the cow. Tim, you're nothing. You're just adopted. I'm flesh and blood. It's my birthright to be the next person in line to be the Batman. Like, it is a very Damian thing to do. But he wants to be Batman. He wants to be in the shoes. He basically wants to be just like his dad. But he's retired. Bruce is retired. Gotham is squeaky clean. No crime has happened for a number of years. Until now, where the Justice League called, and Bruce is like, ugh, Diana, what is it? Why can't Clark handle it? Okay, I'll do it. I'll put the cowl on. Fine, cool, awesome. The Dark Knight returns, and Damian is like, can I come with you? Can I come with you? Can I come with you? He's like, no, it's a very dangerous thing, Damian. You are 8 years old. Okay? Gotham City is Wayne Manor in you. Okay? Wayne Manor is Gotham City for you. I handle the rest of the world in Gotham. You handle the terror of Wayne Manor, which is a cat named Selina. I wonder why Bruce named the cat Selina. It feels like someone was the one to go away. I feel like that's that, feel that's the trend of Bruce Wayne's love life. A lot of women are the ones who went away. Anyway, there's even a joke about like, yeah, oh yeah, maybe we should invite the Joker for Christmas. And he's like, Batman's like, why bring him? He's a villain. Mom's a villain, and would you like her? Yeah, well that's different. The difference is that you have the hearts for her. That's the difference. and she gave you a child, and of that's the difference. The sexual chemistry. That's the difference. To explain the rest of the plot, that burglars break into Wayne Manor mainly to steal presents. Basically, it's a Gwent. When it comes to the villains, it's basically a Gwent storyline, which is, I want to steal Christmas from Gotham. Well, I am terrible. I'm a horrible human being. It's one of those plots. But Damian's like, I will stop you from stealing presents. I will bring those presents back, and he is on this quest and bumping into so many of the Batman villains. Once again, Joker to Poison Ivy to Bane to Penguin. Mr. Freeze is in this as well, but he's in the Bruce Wayne section of things. And you just see elderly versions of popular Batman villains getting their ass whooped by an 8-year-old kid. I will say this, when it comes to the action is quite neat. And it is one of those movies that it takes a bit of a while to get into, really, when it's like, okay, how many times is this Damian is going to be like, I want to be Batman? Like, how many times is going to be that? You know, the art style took a while for me to get used to, because it's just weird and odd and quite strange that, you know, you're so used to, you know, I'm used to, like, the anime series look, or, like, the Tomorrowverse look. Like, I'm used to seeing that, versus something like this, which is very strange looking and very lengthy, like, Joker's, like, shoulder bones are, like, popping out of his shoulders, and you just go, weird art design. But here's the thing, there's some decent jokes, mainly, like, any Batman jokes, any Joker jokes, and I'm really surprised when it comes to Joker, because, you know, one thing when you're dealing with a movie that's aimed for a family, is you may not want to mention that the villain is a psychopathic killer, and they don't hide the fact that Joker is a psychopathic killer, mainly with the whole, like, oh, I'm just going to kill these henchmen. I'm just going to kill the henchmen, or let them drown, or let them fall to a death. But I'm not going to tell you where they're going to drown or where they're going to go. So, you know, all we know, they're just stuck in a basement. All we know, I didn't kill them. You know, it's one of those, like, you know, the characters are being the characters that we all know, but because they are aware kids are more likely going to watch this, and today's audience. Gone the days of Batman the Animated Series where you have a family show or a show aimed for kids, and you can easily just say the words, yeah, our main villain, the big bad, yeah, he matters, people. Well, you know, hint it and, you know, see him being, like, so crazy and psychopathic, but we won't show it. We won't show it. So we're all fine, you know. We'll just tell you he, you know, kills millions or murders millions or something. We'll just do that by, like, a newspaper heading or something. Like, God those days. But they do hint that, like, yeah, the villains are crazy. They're psychopathic. It's just like, yeah, they have a good storyline of, like, you know, you want to steal Christmas. Let's destroy Christmas. That's essentially the plot. But I mean, for a family movie, probably is fine with the family. Laid back, Christmas Day, nothing's on. One of those movies, yeah, slap it on. And that, so yeah, comment below if you've seen the movie. Let me know your